Yo, it's Ryan with Hunt Vision. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I hope to give you a return on it. Let's get it. What is up, guys? Welcome to the first episode of the Hunt Vision podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Rogers, and we have some exciting stuff in the works. Let's go. Who am I? Grew up in Southern Illinois, hunting turkeys, whitetail, waterfowl, basically anything you were allowed to. Then all three still are pretty special to me. Still love doing all three. But like many other Midwesterners, had that itch to adventure, explore out west. You know, you see all the cool stuff on TV. That itch led me out here to the beautiful Rocky Mountains of Colorado, where I am today. I always wanted to get out and chase elk, mule deer, antelope, in the big landscapes, big plains, cool, rugged terrain, big mountain peaks, just all around, just beautiful landscape, big landscapes. When you live in the Midwest, it all seems so majestic and almost otherworldly. So I just had that itch, growing up and watching hunting shows and only hunting hardwoods, whitetails, and, turkeys and waterfowl. You just kind of hunt the same stuff. You're hunting fields, you're hunting hardwoods. It just seemed so different and, majestic. So that led me out here. Then I quickly realized how tough it is to hunt in the mountains, public land. You don't just get a guaranteed tag every year for whatever species you want. Whitetail, most states that you're hunting whitetail in, you're getting a tag for pretty much any deer you want pretty easily. A lot of them even have like unlimited doe tags. Some states allow $2 or $3 and are no problem getting tags. That is not the case out west. You have to learn the tag game. You have to learn what good and bad units and areas are, what kind of terrain you want to hunt. And then when you do get a chance to hunt, every day, every species is hard work. That took me a little bit to realize. Well, that didn't take me long to realize. It took me a while to learn, go through the learning curves of these species. I didn't have a mentor out here, Western hunting, that helps you get through the learning curve and dumb mistakes quicker. Growing up hunting whitetails, turkeys, you always have family members, friends that you can learn from. I had my dad and my grandpa to kind of show me the ropes of whitetail hunting and turkey hunting. And then I had friends all the time that were teaching me how to duck hunt and, learning the ropes through them. So had mentors growing up hunting in the Midwest, did not have any mentors for Western hunting. So everything that I have learned or need to learn is simply by trial and error and my own mistakes. It's just doing something dumb, learning from it. Don't do that again. That's basically been the process for me these last 3 or 4 years after starting Western hunting. And just now feel like I'm starting to make a little bit of progress on that learning curve. I'd say I can finally consider myself a beginner instead of, just hiking with a weapon. I think a lot of people, as soon as they start Western hunting, they have expectations or they don't have any expectations, don't know what to think, don't know what it's like. And the first couple Western hunts can very much be hiking with a weapon. That was the case for me for sure. Just simply learning how valuable, glass and, binocular spotting scope, just simply learning how valuable that was took me quite a bit. It's like, you can spend $400 to $500 on better binoculars or and cover 10 times more ground looking for animals than just simply hiking with a weapon. Just being patient on a glassing knob instead of just bullheading, hiking through everything. Oh, this area looks cool, just going to hike through it. Being a lot more strategic and covering more ground with glass took me so long to realize, and that's just a very, what you would think is a simple thing, especially if you're a mountain hunter. You're like, well, duh, you glass before hiking almost all the time, or hiking to hunt. What is a north and south facing slope? That took me forever. And then figuring out how that affects animal behavior, early season versus late season, what kind of food do they want, what kind of cover do they want. Fairly normal things that almost all mountain hunters know or perceive to be as common knowledge was not the case for me. It took, for some reason, just, I had different expectations. Just learning by doing took a little longer, and finally feel like I'm breaking through a little bit. But I just kind of want to say all that because I know a lot of people that may be new to Western hunting or feel like they haven't gotten the hang of it. And I'm certainly don't have the hang of it yet, but I'm definitely better than when I started 3 to 4 years ago. So I wanted to say that just to help those people feel like you're not alone in feeling like you know nothing, or like you are just hiking with a weapon. That is just part of the learning curve. I've gone through it. I think a lot of other new Western hunters have gone through it. Just part of the process. Definitely helps if you do have a mentor to help guide you through those things. You can learn from their mistakes, their 10, 20, 30 years of mistakes faster than you can by getting 10 to 20 to 30 years of mistakes on your own. So if there's some kind of mentor or podcast or YouTube hunt films, anything you can do to learn from those, I highly recommend. I was just your normal Midwesterner that came out, watched all the TV shows of the 380-inch bulls coming in on a string, no problem. Oh, wow. Out west hunting is so awesome. It is, but you're not going to have a 380-inch bull coming in on a string like you see on the TV. That's a once in a lifetime thing. I've learned a ton, but haven't even scratched the surface as far as Western hunting goes. I think it's just with anything, you can chase perfect, but you'll never be perfect. You're always going to be learning. Deer, elk, antelope, wild animals live out there every single day, and they will always have the advantage over you. They are going to adapt however necessary, according to the weather, according to humans, according to anything, drought. They're going to adapt however necessary to stay alive. And they live out there every day. Us humans sit on our couches every day. They're always going to have an advantage on you. So doing everything you can to learn, be better prepared, etc., is definitely what I would suggest, because, you're going to learn a lot slower by trial and error, doing yourself. So having a mentor and learning as much as you can from other people's mistakes before is what I would suggest. And then I would imagine there's also some mountain hunters that would like to learn more about whitetail hunting as well. So my goal with this podcast is to have knowledgeable guests from all aspects of hunting so that everyone can learn from listening in. I will also be going on a ton of big game, whitetail, waterfowl hunts, and we'll be doing recaps, lesson learned episodes from those to help people learn from my mistakes, and maybe some things that I do right on hunts. The only way I've learned anything about hunting to this point is messing up myself or listening to other people's mess ups out in the field. So I hope that I can, help speed speed up the learning curve for any whitetail hunters wanting to hunt out west, or for any mountain hunters wanting to give whitetail a try. Why I started Hunt Vision is, so a little bit about my story. I got laid off from a corporate job in 2020 during COVID. And had no clue where to go, what to do. Just completely lost, really. Kind of a shocker. Applied for the next 5 months, had 100+ interviews, 0 job offers. Then ended up realizing that people did not want to clean their own houses. So I started cleaning houses and have hammered away on that ever since. Been cleaning for, I'd say, 3 to 4 years. Everything from personal homes to Airbnbs to offices. Also done a few real estate deals the past few years to kind of supplement that cleaning income. That's helped. Those both combined have helped a lot, especially since being lost, after being laid off. Have certainly found my way a little better since. I think everyone kind of always has an idea of what they actually want to do in the back of their minds at all times. Sometimes it just takes a little bit to get there. There's always a ton of obstacles to overcome to really take that leap. Mentally, emotionally, financially, it is not easy to be 100% honest with yourself and just do the dang thing. So here we are. For the little kid in me that grew up watching hunting on TV and saying, I'm going to hunt for a living. That's obviously not true. But the goal of Hunt Vision is to emphasize getting out in the field more, to remember why we hunt, to not lose that fire or passion that we've always had for it. My hope is to motivate that people that have already, my hope is to motivate people that already hunt, that life is short, and to get out every opportunity you can. And for people that don't hunt yet, but think it sounds kind of cool, I hope that I can inspire them to just go out and do it. Hunt Vision is the result of me wrestling with myself for many years and finally doing it. A little bit of what I plan to show and do and how I'm going to be running Hunt Vision in the future. I will have our YouTube channel and podcast, and those will be the center of it all. There will be hunt episodes of every possible hunt that gets enough content, whatever. I'm going to be showing some without kills. Hopefully, obviously, we always want to kill if we're going on a hunt, but I don't think that a hunt is just about the kill. So probably every hunt I go on will be turned into a hunt episode and thrown on the YouTube channel. And along with that, I will be releasing weekly podcasts right here on the channel. The goal here is to have super knowledgeable guests that I and you can learn a lot from. People that are really good at whitetail hunting, that have done it successfully for many years, people that are really good at rifle shooting, that are experts in that, people that are really good at archery, people that are really good at managing whitetail, people that are really good at hunting late season mule deer. The goal is to have experts in their craft and learn from them. There will also be quite a few personal hunt recaps, lessons learned type episodes from me after I go on a hunt, whether I'm successful or unsuccessful. I'll have, just cool stories of the hunt or lessons learned that you and I can both learn from. So that will be the other half of the episodes on the podcast. And just, cool hunting stories, whether it be mine or other people's, friends, family, just have people on to talk about cool hunting stories every once in a while. We'll also be doing a lot of day in the life videos, quote unquote, on the Hunt Vision TikTok to showcase kind of a behind the scenes look at what a typical day may look like on a hunt, and also like a normal day growing this business, attempting to grow this business, the everyday things like, edit. The other day I was making the logo. The other day I was figuring out how we are going to run a merchandise store. Last night I was setting up a website. Right now I'm doing a podcast. So day in the life will show all those types of things. Me attempting to do everything I can to grow this business. So I think that'll be pretty cool. And then Instagram and Facebook, those are going to be more like miscellaneous things, harvest photos, hunt clips, podcast clips, and anything else we're sharing. Hunts I have planned are, I have a ton of hunts planned this fall. I think a vast majority of hunters are either like hardcore whitetail hunters from the Midwest, out east. They may take a white hunting trip out west each year, every other year, hunt public land elk, mule deer, antelope, those types of things. And then I think your common mountain hunters that live out west will do almost all mountain and adventure style hunting. I think this is common because people just have favorite species that they enjoy hunting, or style of hunt that they prefer, or they just don't know what they don't know about the other style of hunting. I personally can't seem to narrow down my favorite species or style of hunting, so I will be doing a lot of everything. I head out in a few days for a Missouri whitetail hunt. I'll be hunting down there with my buddy Mitch for 6 to 7 days, kind of pre-rut. Bucks are starting to get fired up. There's been a few good bucks daylighting, and a few more still traveling at night. There's supposed to be an awesome cold front coming in while I'm there, so I'm beyond excited for that cold front to hit, and I should be there in the prime time of those bucks getting on their feet from the cold front and starting to search for does. Mostly going to be hunting scrape lines, travel paths, probably food in the afternoon. Just going to kind of play it by ear with the weather and what kind of pre-rut activity is showing up. So that'll be super cool. And then from Missouri, we fly up to Alberta to hunt waterfowl for 4 to 5 days with some mutual friends. Beyond excited for that. Hunting waterfowl in Canada is just about every waterfowler's dream, or on their list at least. It'll be my first time up there. I'm used to grinding it out for any ducks, geese, whatever you can find on southern Illinois public land for waterfowl. So Canada will be a nice change of pace for that. So I believe that will also be some super cool footage, hopefully for a few hunt episodes on the YouTube channel. Then when I get back from Alberta, jump straight into a late season Colorado elk hunt. This will kind of be looking for where the bulls, are wintering and recovering. It's completely different than a September rut hunt. They have one thing on their mind, and that's recovery. Versus September, they have one thing on their mind, and that is cows. So it's a lot, I guess, slower paced, I guess, could be the right word for that. A lot of glassing, covering a lot of ground, trying to find where those bulls are wintering. It's kind of a all or nothing type thing. They'll herd up more this time of year than in September. So it could be, if you don't find the herd or where most of them are wintering, you might not see any, and it'll be a pretty slow hunt. Or on the flip side, it could be a very easy hunt if you're able to find, where the bulls are wintering in a herd. If you're able to find the herd with bulls, it could very well be a pick your bull situation. Two very extreme possibilities with that hunt, but super excited. have yet to kill an elk. So I will be in pursuit of my first elk in Colorado. Super excited for that. Hopefully can get it done. I've hunted super hard, gone through the learning curve for elk. Elk on public land is just so hard, but it's so fun at the same time. It just keeps you coming back for more. Hopefully can get it done on my first elk on that hunt. Then after the elk hunt, I will be hunting Colorado public land mule deer with a rifle, and they should be rutting. This is one of my favorite styles of hunts. It's usually super action-packed, big, rutted up, big necks, just dark horn muleys looking for does, cruising, running hillsides, just glassing up multiple bucks a day. Usually see lots of does during this time. And the style, my plan for that is kind of to just find does when they're rutting like that. My hope is that if you find different groups of does, eventually bucks will be with them. So in my experience, does don't move a lot either. So if you got a group of 5 to 10 does that you've seen or have inventory of, and there's no buck with it, then put a mental checklist in your mind and go back and check that every single day, because every single day a new buck could come in during this type of hunt. So my plan for that is just kind of to take inventory of every doe, every group of does in the area, and just kind of run back and forth and keep checking them all until a buck is either in between them, with them, and I can make a play. New bucks are going to have a very high chance of showing up every single day on that type of hunt. It's going to be super cold, hard hiking in the snow, but can't ask for anything better than snowy mountains, big rutted up bucks running around. One of my favorite styles of hunts right there. Super excited for that one. Then after the mule deer public land hunt, I will be going on a dream hunt. I'll be going on an insane trip to Alberta to hunt moose. Moose is definitely number one on my list. So this is going to be super cool. So pumped for this. It's going to be so cold. It's going to be in Alberta, late November. Super cold. I think at night it's not unreasonable for it to hit negative 20. And I think daytime you'll have highs, between 0 and 10. So it will be very cold. And this will also be a hunt kind of focus, very similar to like the Colorado elk hunt, where you're focusing on wintering areas, just trying to find those pockets that the bulls may be wintering in, recovering in. They've got food, they've got water, they've got cover, they've got no pressure. You're just grinding it out to find those pockets. It's going to be super cold, a lot of hiking, a lot of glassing. Don't know a whole lot else about how to hunt moose. Never been on a moose hunt, but so jacked for that one. That's going to be so fun. And hopefully can get my first moose. That'd be number one off the bucket list right there. Super pumped. Then most of my later seasons kind of, like December, January, just kind of pretty open. Got it kind of reserved for hunting whitetail on our family farm late season, maybe shooting some does. If a big buck is out, has a feeding pattern that we can locate him on and dial him in on, then we may be hunting a buck yet, but just late season whitetail hunts, and then hunting waterfowl as it migrates. As anyone that duck hunts or goose hunts knows that you could scout for 3 days to get one hunt in, or ducks may not show up for the next week. So it's just December, January is kind of reserved for late season whitetail and any waterfowl hunts that may come up. Super pumped though, because that's what I'm used to, is hunting whitetail and waterfowl, as in the winter, late fall in the Midwest. So yeah, very busy 2 months of hunting, easily the busiest 2 months of hunting that I will ever have had in my life. Can't wait to bring you guys along, show you cool stuff, hopefully learn a few things, enjoy everything that hunting and the outdoors has to offer. Yeah. So thank you so much for your time and attention. This is the first of many podcasts of the Hunt Vision. This is the first of very many episodes of the Hunt Vision podcast. Check us out on social media, YouTube, our website, huntvision.co. I am your host, Ryan Rockers, signing off. We will catch you next time.